Day 3 Part 5. The Black Archives. The service tunnel stretched forever. Red emergency lights pulsed in slow rhythm, each flicker like a mechanical heartbeat, dragging us deeper into the bowels of the factory. Every footstep echoed too loud. Every breath felt stolen. And always he staggered beside me. My friend. His skin shimmered faintly beneath his torn sleeve, the glow growing stronger with every step. I wanted to stop, to force him to face what was happening before it was too late. But then we saw the door. The door, it wasn't like the others. Black steel, reinforced. Its surface etched with warning symbols in languages none of us recognized. Unlike the furnace halls and cages, this wasn't a place for workers. This was a place built to keep people out, or something in. The plaque said only one word: archives. The hidden room. The lock was already broken, bent outward, like something had clawed its way in. We slipped through the gap. What we found inside was not a factory. It was a graveyard of secrets. Rows of filing cabinets sagged with age. Shelves buckled under stacks of binders, reels of tape, and folders stamped with codes. Broken monitors flickered with static brief images bleeding through. Faces strapped to tables. Mouths stretched in silent screams. Eyes that had already given up. And across the floor, like snow after a storm, papers. Thousands of them. Scattered, crumpled, blood-stained. Notes, sketches, autopsy diagrams of things that were not quite human. We had found the Black Archives, the place where Mayanagari.X buried its truths. The research, we gathered at a rusted table, pushing aside clutter to read the files. Words leapt from the pages like curses. Subject 47. Fire exposure increases regenerative capacity. Specimen survived immolation. Fog compound binds to neural pathways. Subject remains alive but highly suggestible. Integration with ash accelerates mutation. Results classified as Walker variant. And then the line that froze my blood: containment breach protocol. If exposure spreads, seal facility. Terminate all workers. Leave no survivors. My throat went dry. We weren't trapped here by mistake. We weren't casualties. We were witnesses. And witnesses weren't meant to leave alive. The friend slip. A paper slid from my friend's trembling hand. When I looked at him, the glow beneath his skin had spread. His veins pulsed with it, bright and furious, like molten wires threading through his flesh. His lips moved. At first I thought he was praying. Then I listened. Integration accelerates mutation. Walker variant, Walker variant. He wasn't just infected. The infection was teaching him, rewriting him. The moving shelves. Before I could speak, one of the others hissed for silence. Something was moving. At the far end of the room, the shelves rattled. Papers slid off in cascades. A low groan rose behind them, to deep for human lungs, to organic for machinery. And then the shelf itself began to shift forward, as if the wall was breathing. The hook, a crack split the black wall, glowing faint orange. Ash trickled through the gap, drifting down like sand through an hourglass. Then, a hand forced its way through. Not flesh, not bone. A hand made of ash and steel, its fingers clawing for freedom. The wall screamed as the gap widened, orange light spilling into the room. And in that instant, I understood. This wasn't just an archive. This was a cradle. We had found the place where Ashwalkers were born. To be continued in Day 3 Part 6, The Ashwalkers Rise.